Okay, now we'll update the materials section of our course. We know we're in materials because materials on the left side will be highlighted like this. You can also see that there are sections in Schoology already created, like assignments, tests, quizzes, files, and links, and so on. And off to the right of those, you can see the word hide. I would recommend hiding these because we're just going to create a folder called Course Resources in a moment, and I don't want all of these things cluttering up the screen because I may or may not be using these. So I'll go ahead and click Hide. It will give you a chance by popping up a little dialog box to make sure that's what you want to do, but I do, and so I'm going to click Hide, and I'll go through that for each one of these. Okay, I've hidden each one. You can see that now that link off to the right changed to say Show in case I wanted to show these again. I can confirm that this worked by under the course options going and looking at this course as a student, and then the screen should just be blank. So right underneath the little course icon, which is by default a book, I can view the course as one of my students. And so I will click on that student. I only have one student in this demo course. And now, here's how the course looks to my student. You can see that it did switch me to the updates section of the course because I set this course to always come in there. When I go to the materials section, I will see that there's nothing there. So this is very uncluttered. It's a really good look. Even that yellow box at the top that just says this is how the course looks to the student, that won't be there for them. This is just telling the teacher that. So now we're ready to add materials to our course. So first I need to click back to course because I'm looking at it through the student view. And now I'll go into materials. And now I'm going to add a folder. The way I do that is there's this Add Materials button right at the top. If I click it, it gives me all the different types of things I can add. And we're going to add a folder. I will mention at this point, this section shows some of the power of Schoology, and as you get more comfortable with it, you can do quite a few other things, collect assignments and give quizzes and have online discussions and so on. But for now, we're just going to add a folder because we're talking about the minimum requirements. It's going to ask me for the title of my folder. So I will type in Course Resources or Class Resources, whatever you would like. And I don't need to put a description. There's no little orange or red asterisk next to it. But I can. I could put here, for example, syllabus and helpful links. And I'll click Create. Now that's just going to create for me a blank folder. There's nothing in it. I can see it there. It says Course Resources. If I click on it, then it's going to open up a new screen which just says this folder's empty. There's nothing in it. So here's where we're going to add our syllabus. So I'm going to go ahead and first make sure that I have my syllabus saved, maybe on my H drive or maybe on a thumb drive or on the desktop or something. Okay, we're going to choose Add Materials, and I'm going to add a file or a link. Adding a file or link is the way that we can add something like a syllabus, or if we have our syllabus in something like Google Docs, if you're familiar with that, you could simply link to it. I'm going to click File, and then they give us the option of attaching a file. So I am going to do that. Click Attach a File. Now it takes me into my computer. Now I need to have this file saved there somewhere. So if I go down through my files, I need to be able to see these, and I have this called My Class. There it is. Okay, so I see a couple options. I see a Word document and I see a PDF of it. Since this syllabus is not anything to collaborate, it's just a document that I've published, I would want to put the PDF there. That's also nice because some people might be on a different computer than the type you have, and a PDF is a nice universal format. So I'm going to double click that. It's not an editable document, and I'm going to click Add. And now I can see that my syllabus is right there. Now in elementary school, we often would add the family guide to achievement, which is available on the district website. But there's a different one for each grade level. And so the way you could do that is by clicking Add Materials, and then you're going to choose Add File or Link, which is the one right down here. And that's the same one we chose for the syllabus, but this time we're going to choose the link option over here. And what you need to do is go to the district website and get that link and paste it right in here. You can call this, for example, if you're a 5th grade teacher, you could call it Family Guide 5th grade. But you need to make sure you choose the 5th grade one. And then add. And what that's going to do then is put that link there, just like the syllabus. Okay, an additional requirement that we have is that you have some relevant material here. And so you might choose to add a maybe a document that has research links, like in the example, or maybe some information about big projects in your class. But again, you want to think about if you can link to it, that's the best way to do it. If you don't want families to edit it, don't put a Word document here, put a PDF, especially if it's a project description or something. So that is how you update the materials section of your course.